Here's a preview. Be warned, it's intense.
Can't believe Grandpa's dead.
Death is hard.
Yeah, sometimes I think life is harder. It's Beetlejuice.
Don't ever say that name.
Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
The juice is loose. I'm gonna make you so happy.
Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, we'll be doing a review for the new Tim Burton film, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. This is a new film from 2024 with a rating of PG-13, a runtime of an hour and 44 minutes, Rotten Tomato score of 77% from the critics, 84% from the audience, and a Letterboxd average rating of 3.4. As I mentioned, that's right, director Tim Burton is back after all this time. Also, the ghost with the most is back. After a family tragedy, 3 generations of Deeds returned to home in Winter River. Still haunted by Beetlejuice, Lydia's life is turned upside down when her teenage daughter Astrid accidentally opens a portal to the afterlife. This film stars, of course, Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice, Wynona Ryder as Lydia, Catherine O'Hara as Delia, Jenna Ortega as Astrid, Justin Theroux as Rory, Willem Dafoe as Wolf Jackson, and Monica Bellucci as Dolores. Wow. This one definitely was a film in the making. I think a lot of people were definitely waiting for this. And you know what? After all this time, this film did not disappoint for me overall. Now, I will say, I'm not like the biggest fan of the original film either. Like, it doesn't hold like a super special place in my pantheon of films. But I enjoy it. It's entertaining for sure. And you know, in an era where sequels often feel like hollow attempts at a cash grab or just to cash in on nostalgia, Beetlejuice definitely tries to break the mold, delivering exhilarating and entertaining ride back to the macabre, whimsical world of Tim Burton, which, you know, we were first introduced back in the day. Now, the film is a true celebration of the original stuff, paying homage to its quirky charm while injecting some new, fresh energy, including new people like Jenna Ortega and new layers of beloved characters. From the opening moments, it is clear that the sequel knows exactly what the fans came for: the return of Michael Keaton as the irrepressible Beetlejuice. Keaton is simply just fantastic, seamlessly stepping back into the character as though he never left it. And I think that's very difficult. And he's done that multiple times now when he put on the bat suit again. You know, his chaotic, irreverent energy remains the heart and soul of the character in the film. Wynona Ryder, of course, also coming back, makes a welcome return as Lydia Deetz. Her performance just really balancing out the humor and the scares and the macabre and just everything that comes along with the character of Lydia. You know, it really is woven pretty well into the story. Now, while the revival of this classic characters is definitely a major draw, the new faces add their own charm to the narrative. Still, despite strong performances, some of the characters do feel underutilized. Um, I'm mainly talking a little bit about the Willem Dafoe and Monica Bellucci characters. I don't want to go too deep into it because I don't want to spoil the film. It really feels like they could have had a little bit more development, given a little bit more time to shine, or just give a little bit more focus to those characters to make it make sense that they are included as part of like this revisiting of this film, right? I will also say one of the film's few drawbacks for me is that it is occasionally predictable. There's a little bit of a, I guess it's not really, I guess it is a reveal that I saw coming from like, you know, a bike's length away. But the story definitely hits some familiar beats, often following some of the well-known tropes and everything that we've seen from this universe. While it doesn't detract too much for the overall experience, a few more unexpected twists and turns definitely, I think, could have elevated the narrative. They definitely didn't have to foreshadow so much some of the things, you know, and they just really elevating this experience a little bit more. Visually, though, this film to me is a triumph. I think the set pieces are bizarre and delightful as you would expect, if not even more so. Like, there's some stuff that I did not see coming It definitely hits some of the prior beats, but definitely adds on top of that. It's got a mix of this like offbeat humor and the dark gothic surrealist like kind of visuals, inventive design. Every scene definitely feels like they are attempting something new, something different, trying to expand their world that we learned about back in the 80s. The production definitely leans heavily into practical, at least as far as I could tell, which gives all this a very tactile feel. I think it really enhances the quality of the visuals there. There's a richness, there's a depth to all these practical effects, um, where sometimes in other films, especially films that are retreading some stuff, can lack because of the digital visuals. I hope that they do Tron, the third Tron movie, that doesn't suffer from this, because that one obviously heavily relies on CGI. But you can definitely tell that Burton and the team understand the power of like the tangible artistry that they're creating, especially when you're dealing with this off-kilter world. Once again, Danny Elfman is back for the music, which like you could not have a Beetlejuice movie without Danny Elfman, I don't think. So yeah, I love that. I love that he was back. Some very interesting songs as well. Some really cool musical sequences. Not enough to make it a musical per se, but this is the use of music is kind of how they've been selling musicals and trailers recently, where it's like it's not really a musical, but there's music in it. But a lot of those movies like Wonka, that was a full musical, but they were trying to undersell that part more in something of this caliber, I think. Above all, I think the visuals are just imbued with the weirdness that's playful and imaginative, sometimes a little gross, immersing viewers in just this bizarre afterlife that made the original film such a beloved classic. Whether it's through Beetlejuice's outlandish tricks, the eccentricity of the landscapes, the netherworld, each of the scenes is just kind of packed with some bizarre blend of humor and horror that truly never fails to entertain. There were a few shots where I was feeling like very close. I was on the edge of being scared, which is weird because this is not a horror film. But that's how that's how upsetting some of those visuals could have been. Now, for those that cherish the original, I think this film is a worthy sequel and confidently stands on its own for a new audience for sure. But it does build on the predecessor, and we kind of thread new ground. Now, it may not be a perfect film, and there's definitely room for a little bit of a sharper plot, maybe more time with some specific characters, as I mentioned, but it definitely succeeds in bringing joy to the audience. The audience I was with definitely enjoyed the film. So, as a revival, this definitely hits all the boxes for me. It's fun, it's weird, visually stunning, brimming with a lot of personality because that's what this movie is, banking on. Michael Keaton, like just great stuff. One of the standouts also, Catherine O'Hara. Oh my goodness, what a performance! She's really funny. She's just has this way to deliver some lines. Jenna Ortega once again just bringing a little bit of the same type of character that we're used to, but also with something else, right? Interestingly enough, she's not the weirdest character in this movie. So yeah, if your goal was just to kind of go have a good time at the theater, I think this will do it. The summer blockbuster season's coming to an end, and what a better way to go out than with Beetlejuice. So, yeah, I really, really enjoyed this film. If you have seen this film, let me know what did you think about it down in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.